Congressman, your reaction there, again, that breaking news, the Supreme Court upholding Coach Kennedy's right to pray, saying his First Amendment rights were violated.
Well, it was the right decision. It makes sense to, I'd say, 90% of America. You know, when Thomas Jefferson wrote Separation of Church and State, which of course appears nowhere in our Constitution, it was a letter to the Puritans in New England informing them that their religion won't be excluded from his government when he was becoming president. It's an inclusionary thing, not an exclusionary issue. And, you know, we got the wokeness in the schools where, you know, they're banning books and they're teaching critical race theory, and they're not allowing a private prayer under the free will of individuals to take place on a football field. Outrageous, and it's a great decision.
And that was one we're waiting for. Of course, this follows Friday's historic ruling, Dobbs v. Jackson, which overturned Roe v. Wade. I know you'd sent out a statement on that court case, and we've got it for our viewers here, if we could pull it up on the screen so everyone knows what we're talking about. Roe v. Wade has returned to its constitutional position of maintaining neutrality on the issue of abortion. As I am pro-life, I hope states and the people pass legislation which assists new parents and single mothers with newborn programs and adoption options. Congressman, if you could sort of expand on why you felt the need to send this statement out.
Well, you know, most understand that Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey were on a collision course with the Constitution. Eventually, they were going to be overturned. Even Justice Ginsburg stated that several times on the record and off the record. So by overturning Roe v. Wade, the rights return to the states. By overturning Planned Parenthood versus Casey, we've stated that constitutionally, late-term abortions are not constitutionally protected. So I think most Americans certainly agree with that ruling. So if we return to the states, what should be focused on is not violence, not talking about packing the court, as many Democrats are speaking right now, but it should be on working with the states on what's appropriate for their constituents, as far as all the human rights of the mother, father, as well as the unborn. So that's what needs to take place here, and we need to have a civil discussion on it. And, you know, I will just add this. I mean, the Democrat policy has been so extreme that we are talking about that no Democrat member of the House, for instance, would sign on a petition to state to prohibit late-term, in fact, partial-term abortions. So Roe v. Wade is now overturned. Maybe we can get some sensible laws that are designed by the people, not by some arbitrary, misguided constitutional decision from 1973.
Congressman, you brought up, teed up this next soundbite I wanted to play from you. Senator Elizabeth Warren really questioning the legitimacy of the Supreme Court now, one of the branches of government here, again, pointing the legitimacy to this. Let's watch this.
This court has lost legitimacy. They have burned whatever legitimacy they may still have had after their gun decision, after their voting decision, after their union decision. They just took the last of it and set a torch to it with the Roe versus Wade opinion. I believe we need to get some confidence back in our court, and that means we need more justices on the United States Supreme Court.
Congressman, your reaction.
Very sad. Talk about undermining or attempting to undermine democracy, because they are against a position of the courts based upon the constitutionality that every constitutional attorney or academic agrees with. Elizabeth Warren and others think it's now time to pack the court. So they agree with the left. They agree with the woke. They want to take over a branch of government. That's outrageous. So this is why they're largely going to be voted out. America's not for that, right? FDR tried to do it, and it damaged his legacy immensely. And we have to make sure that it doesn't happen by, frankly, voting Republican come this November. And as we can see by much of the polling and other things taking place, people are leaving the Democrat Party in droves because they sure don't like the results of Biden nor the Democrats in Congress policies.